When you think college, you think shot glasses, failing and passing classes, the enormity of the universe and the complexity of dashes between identity lines. I gave higher education a shot, and they accepted me. I'm still in disbelief that academia saw a light in such a clouded mind that can't see through the grime of the real world. There's a whole galaxy in a cell, imprisoning the secrets of our stars. But why do we fight wars? And why is my intellect measured in test scores? I pressed the roof of my mouth and I touched the sores from coffee burns from last night. Why do we deem things to be wrong or right? And with graduation in sight, I can use Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. I can speak 2 languages and my research is tier 1. I can tell you a moving story about standing at the end of a barrel of a gun, and yet none of it can tell you or me what it takes to be successful. All I want to do is make my parents proud. I think and I look down as I pace through a crowd and I wonder what life is, what this all means. Why am I here doing what only others can dream of? God, I want to scream because despite the pressure that I'm under, I have the privilege to wonder about souls and happiness and despair. I have the privilege to care or not about the causes my fellow students advocate. I have the honor to relate emotionally, but not practically, because in reality, my water comes from a fountain and not a UNICEF well. And then I wonder, where's the creator that allowed for this to happen, for forests to flatten? Join the green team, save the whales, someone yells and hands me a flyer printed on a piece of paper. Is there a creator? College asks you to be a critical thinker, but transforms you into a spectator. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for bringing me to the right side of the equator, where I don't have to struggle past an all-nighter and a lost shower, where I don't have to cower underneath the rubble of some absurd civil war fought for money and for power. Thank you for bringing me to the land of opportunity. But today in history class, I've learned that this country has killed and pillaged with impunity. But dare I not say that in my community of Cuban political refugees, because at the end of the day, they did let us stay. And yes, my dad is free to buy things and my mom is free to pray, but only at the end of the day when they've worked their fingers numb. No seas tonta, don't be dumb, my mother would say. Look where you come from and where you have to go. And I nod to myself and I say, yeah, I know. I can't afford to fail. But long nights with no sleep have made me frail, seduced by ideas of giving it all up. What a privilege it must be to not have to choose between the big 3, doctor, lawyer, engineer, and not have to live in fear of being the disgrace to the family. I ponder this as I grip my plastic encapsulated meal. Is it even real? Can something so processed be substantial? Can it fill me, nourish me? I get lost in these thoughts on a daily basis. As every individual noodle unravels, so does my mind, and I myself answer that this artificially flavored liquid that's likely giving me cancer is a lot like my education. It may not be perfect, and it may not be ample, but it's the only thing that can sit right in this time of my life when adulthood and reality are too hard to handle.